Right, since my internet cut out, or the Zoom, this is part 2 of working, fanning Brigid's flame, working with Brigid, the woman, the saint, and the goddess. So as I was left off, so I was talking about putting the effigy of Brigid or Brigid in the bed and put out, and was talking about, yes, I know you loved it. Go and get it. And was talking about the Brigid, which is St. Brigid's mantle or cloth, and being used in healing. So you put this out on like a hawthorn tree or a tree outside, or you know, if you haven't got that, then you know a lot of people either just place it outside in the window ledges and put stones on them to hold it down so it doesn't blow away. I also put out my St. Brigid's crosses. I make them on the eve. Once I've done my ritual of inviting Brigid in, or St. Brigid, with the doll and the bed, and adorn them with like with jewelry. I put my St. Brigid's cross out to be blessed. I put my St. Brigid medal out as well to be blessed, which you can get these from Catholic stores. Comes with a beautiful packet with a prayer on the back, which I will be selling in my store myself very soon. I then place in the bed outside the bed, along with a piece of straw I take from the nativity set. Nativity, you know, of the manger of the nativity from the church. I put my my St. Brigid relic in there to be blessed in the bed. What else do I do? Also, I will have, as of Tuesday, when I have these little beauties out for blessing tomorrow night, I will have available in my store St. Brigid's or Brigid's cloth or Brigid available for purchase. It won't be that much. I also most at the moment as well, I sell blessed St. Brigid candles, which are blessed by my candle, which was lit from the petrol flame of St. Brigid in the Solace Vide Centre in Hemeridge in Ireland 6 years ago. I've got my, also on the eve of St. Brigid, what I like to do, I like to pass the flame, because this is the very flame that was lit 6 years ago from, well, not this one, but 6 years ago. I have a new candle each year. This one's almost spent, and I'll just burn it down tomorrow night, and then when it's almost out, I will pass the flame onto my new one here. And it's passing the flame, that very flame, the power that's in the wick of the candle is the same fire of flame from the petrol flame of St. Brigid in Kildare, tended by the Brigidine sisters. And I love working with these. I sell in my store these beautiful glass ones here at the moment, so you can purchase one of them. I love working with these ones because they're brilliant with folk magic. They come with a blue wick, which is good. It's a sign of purity and a saint. Thanks for joining. Sorry about that. The internet / Zoom cut out. It will be recorded. But yeah, I love looking at these. So these can work. I love it because when I get them, it will come like a little bit raised. Can you see? I like to pop them down and just kind of hammer them a bit so they have a wee dent. And the reason for this is because when you light them, this part gets quite hot. So you could put like your pendants, if you have a St. Brigid or some Brigid pendant, or you have something that is fireproof, like a charm or something that's made of metal, you can pop it on top. And as that heats, it's been blessed by Brigid's flame. Also, you can put essential oils on the top here, just a few drops, and it acts like an oil burner. Like, it's brilliant. So if you get one of these, I'm trying to get hold of the wholesaler, the Catholic wholesaler that sells these, so I can sell them on my store, but I'm not having any luck. But they're currently like £8 to buy, so it's quite expensive for a candle, but they're brilliant. And also they have the back, the prayer, which I'll read out. So it tells you the feast days, 1st February, and here's the prayer. St. Brigid, you are the voice for the wounded and the weary. Strengthen what is weak within us. Calm us into quietness that heals and listens as we grow in each day a greater wholeness in mind, body, and spirit. Amen. I will repeat that 3 times, or as many times as I can if I'm working healing work. I've worked with St. Brigid for many years now. She's one of my patron saints. And St. Brigid, la Helen of Brigid, is a really important day today. Like for me, it's a time where I stay in the house. So on the tomorrow, I will have a complete clean, like a big spring clean, because tradition says that she won't come to an unkept house. I don't think no visitor would, and especially a saintly one, or a godly one. So this will get all blitzed. I will make a nice wash as well, like floor wash, to smell, so it smells lovely. I will wash down my thresholds, my my protections. I will renew my protections after I've done what I need to do with St. Brigid and invite her in. I will recharge and renew my protections, my protective devices that are up, that shields me from harm, both supernatural and natural, or mundane and spiritual. I will stain the house. It is a good time of staining. Like I mentioned in my book here, the Black Book of Visible Godi, there is a part called to stain or protect the house at night, and this includes St. Brigid. It mentions St. Michael, St. Brigid, St. Columbus, and I say in the book that you can use this staining, which is used to stain the house, at either St. Brid's Day, St. Columbus Day, St. Michael's Day, or Good Friday, because it's all mentioned in the charm. And it starts with, who stains the house tonight, that stains it ill night. St. Brigid and her brat, St. Colum and his hat, St. Michael and his spear, keep the house from the weir, and so on and so forth. So I use that for staining the house. It mentions St. Brigid. So there's other prayers and charms. Probably the best is the Carmeli Cadalica by Alexander Carmichael. I'll mention some here. I don't like this version, because it only gives English translations, which is kind of sucky because it's not supporting the Gallic medium. But you've got in the Carmeli Cadalica, you've got the genealogy of, which is called the genealogy of Brigid. So it helps, so that I should not be killed, I should not be harrowed, I not be wounded. So it's a protection. There's Brigid, the aid woman, so people who aid, or women aid. So maybe like a charm that you use in childbirth, or abused women, or women in help and need. She's included in the FIFA charm, which FIFA is a term in Gaelic which means to render yourself invisible, or to camouflage yourself magically within the landscape. So FIFA, I will make in the Mary of Jewelry, the Brigid of the corset, blah, 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 so on and so forth. She's also mentioned, again, with protection, the rite of the cane. And the cane is a ritual structure, a ritual action that you do by causing circling in the air a circle around you, so that it's like a portable protection that everywhere you go you are protected. And she's mentioned it as well, so the the holy apostles guarding me, gentle martyrs guarding me, 9 angels guarding me, cherishing me, the aiding me, quiet Brigid's guarding me, gentle Mary's guarding me, so on and so forth. And she's mentioned quite a few times in the Carmilla Catelica. So if you really want to sort of work with her in prayer or charms, the Carmilla Catelica is the one to go for. However, please don't get this version, because I got this from a charity shop. I'm glad I didn't get it anywhere else. It was very cheap, but I don't like this version because it doesn't have the Gallic in it, just has the English translations, and I think that's really sucky because it doesn't support the Gallic medium. So yeah, get the proper one, get the one with the Gallic and the English to support Gallic medium. Hey, she's got my black lead, you cow. So yes, oh, also what I will put out on St. Brigid's Day. Right, where's your baby? Go and get your baby. Oh, that's my candle. Go and get your baby. Also, I'll put out on St. Brigid's Day, or St. Brigid's Day, is cords or threads. As you know, or some of you might know, if you've read my book or seen some of my videos or just read material on Scottish folk magic, threads is a big thing in Scottish folk magic. Like there's threads, different colour threads for everything. So I will put out different kind of threads that I need to use for the year, and I'll put it outside on my window ledge. I've got like a nice little shrine that I built in my garden, my shed garden. So I'll pop it in the shrine of St. Brigid, instead of on a tree or anything like that, along with my black bead and my Brigid's cross, and I'll leave it out for the night. So yeah, I'll put up my blue clue. They're called clues. Blue clue is used for people for divination, for necromancy, it's mentioned as well, which is necromancy. And also it was used for women in childbirth, to ease childbirth. I use the white ones because for purity and for St. Brigid's cord. I will use the black one for healing, as you know as the wrestling threads. It is known in Shetland and Orkney. They are wrapped. It is 9 knots and then wrapped around the affected area. I'll put that out, and then I will put out a red thread. And the red thread is used for protection. It's used for blessing. I will, if I'm empowering an object, I will wrap the red thread that I've blessed on St. Brigid's Eve around it and say a charm. Also, when you're doing that, I use braided threads, braided wool. Thing that I like to do is like leave a few loose ends. It's sort of my trademark to have a cheeky tassel. But I use the loose ends just in case I want to either add a charm to it, or if someone's really in need of healing or it needs a blessing, I can just pull off the end, give it to the person, or wrap it, and they can have a piece of it or a piece of it on the object. So I always do that, have a little tassel thing. It's sort of my trade. If people know my store, it's sort of my trademark, really, to have a cheeky tassel. What else? I think that's all covered. Oh, so we'll go on now. Is a lot of people have asked me in the past, how do you make a St. Brigid's cross? Well, I'm going to end this now and showing a step-by-step guide of how to make one. I haven't picked, I have small ones that I have for sale on the store, But I haven't picked my reeds for myself yet because I'm going to pick them tomorrow. And there's a place I like to go in Duddonston. Look, she keeps getting my brat reeds. At least she's blessing it, eh? So I'm going to demonstrate with just some cardboard. Oh, and before I start, I believe there is a farmer who she's gonna watch this video, or she's already here. And so I want to meet her. I don't normally mention it because agriculture has changed a lot since then, but since it might relate to her, so bits of cloth or cord that you put out on St. Brigid's Day was braided into the tail of your cattle or tied to your cattle to protect them from ill health or the evil eye or witchery the whole year. You can't, if you're not a farmer, you haven't got cattle, and you've got a wee dog like me, you can attach a piece to their collar to protect them from ill health and all that. So you can do that if you've got pets. So all to do, for this bit, I am gonna try it again because she's gonna be. Oh, sorry, come here, you. Yeah. Oh, no. Right. I will go now show step by step how to make a Brigid's cross. So imagine this piece of card is your reeds or rushes. Grab one and you'll fold it down like so. And another thing I was taught by my gran, never to make them anti-clockwise, always go clockwise. Anti-clockwise is a direction that is unlucky and painful. Once you've done that, thread vertically through another reed underneath through it. So you're looking at something like that, like a letter R. Get the next one, hold it in your left hand, and you can just, with the reeds, just with your finger and your forethumb, bend it down, turn it over the next one where you are, you're putting another one up like this. So now it's like ace, lowercase t. You'll see like that. Turn it that way. So you're turning it, always work clockwise when you're doing stuff like this, because this is for protection. It is for benevolent workings again. So once you've turned it, and it will look like on its side, lowercase t, folding your rushes over the last one that you did, downwards. Turn it clockwise. Get your next rushes, fold them over the last, always going over the last one you did. That's it. Turn it. And over the last one you did, fold your rushes over the last one that you did last. Turn it. This one goes up over the last one you did. Turn it. Again, over the last one you did. Turning it clockwise. This one goes up. And you want to use, while you're working the other hand, you want to use the other one to hold the base here so that the last one you put on doesn't untie. Because as you put it over each one, that strengthens it. So really, you just want to hold the last one you did while you place the other one over. Turn it. Next rushes, fold, and over the last one that you did. Turn it. Over the last one you did. Always holding it as you go to keep it in place. turn it. And to me, this is cloning. To you, it's probably turning anti-clockwise, but to me, this is turning clockwise. It's going with the sun, not against it. And this will be the last one. Again, over the last one you did, turn it. And then your first one you want to tie at the end is the last one. So tie that one, and then you tie the next one, and you tie each end and trim off. And then it's ready, and it will look something like this. You see, look a bit messy because it's cardboard, but that you get the general gist. And that's how you make a St. Brigid's cross, St. Brigid's cross, as I like to call it, St. Brigid. Yeah, so I will mention, so there is a few, if anyone's interested, there is a few items on my store that I make and sell that's to do with St. Brigid. If you're looking to work deeply with her, or incorporate her in your Imbolc ritual or Candlemas ritual. On my store, I sell St. Brigid's rosaries, which are rosaries made out of rowan berries, dried rowan berries. I make obviously what I show here, the St. Brigid votive candles, and these are glass. I sell the St. Brigid blessed candles. And as of Tuesday, I will be selling the Vija cloth. So, you know, St. Brigid crosses, which you can put out. No, I'll be putting them out on tomorrow night, and I'll be blessing them just above my own St. Brigid shrine in my garden, and they'll be already blessed, so people can purchase them and use them for healing work. What else do I do? And that's it, really. I will be selling some St. Brigid medals soon. These. And those who live in the UK, you can still have time to purchase an Imbolc magic box, which is heavily associated with St. Brigid, and there'll be some goodies in that. So it's £30 a box, and it's free delivery, like delivery is included. But I would say like mostly for UK for that, because it won't come in time if you're anywhere else. But yes, so that's the end of the workshop. I'm really sorry about it cutting off in the second part during the middle. It will be recorded, so you can rewatch it back. So I will leave about 5-10 minutes. For question time for anyone who wants to ask any questions. So, since there's only two of you here, David and Val, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? Oh, hang on, you've got one. So, who would be a divine masculine counterpart to St. Brigid? To Brigid, would it be? If you're talking about like the ancient Gallic people, then I suppose she doesn't really mention, I don't think it's really mentioned that she has a husband or she's married, but I guess you could, you know, work with the Dagda, which is her father, but as the same, she has a woman counterpart. So there's hint there that she's lesbian. I can't remember who it is now, but there's another saint which she's depicted with next, and it's a woman, and that's she's known as her friend, her good companion. So there's a bit of a hint there that St. Brigid or St. Brigid is lesbian. So there's a female counterpart with her saint, but there isn't a male counterpart. I suppose another male counterpart would be St. Patrick or St. Columba. Thinking brother sibling energy, but the lesbian perspective is excellent. Yeah, I can't remember. Let me try and quickly Google. Good old Google, eh? I can't remember of a counterpart because I've never really worked with, but she's seen as a duo, so Saint Brigid. Oh. Companion. I'm just going to Google it now. Right, here we go. Right, I can't remember. So, Daluche, Saint Daludach, Saint Dalulach, Saint Dalulach. That's really hard, and I don't speak Irish neither. I speak Gaelic, so it's a bit different. But yes, I don't know if you can see, but as you see, there's her female companion there, and they are both, far as I know, they're both Irish saints, which are associated with fire. Yes, I wonder whether St. Michael was appropriate due to the fire flames. Was it sort of St. Michael as a Christian version of love? Yeah, I don't see why you can't have St. Michael as a counterpart. Like, for example, like I said, in a lot of her prayers, it's mentioned Mary, St. Brigid or Brigid, St. Michael or St. Columb. Like, for example, like I mentioned about what's in my book, under to saint or protect the house at night, you know, it goes, who sains the house at night? That sains the ilk night. St. Brigid and her brat, St. Columb and his hat, St. Michael and his spear, keep the house from the weir, and so on and so forth. From running thief, from burning thief, from an ill fay, from the be the gate the gay, and a ilk wife, so on and so forth. So there's a many prayers that she's mentioned in combination with St. Michael and St. Columba. It seems like they're like sort of the saintly duo, but yeah, like the fire aspect and protection, and you know, because St. Michael is you know, beat the devil, or the dragon as sometimes depicted. So you could use that. And also that's an interesting thing. Yeah, Michael as a version of Lou. Like I know in parts of the Highlands on St. John's Day, they have like a sea spirit called Shoni, and they like offer ale to the sea, to the sea spirit or Shoni, and they see him as like sort of, sorry, yeah, as a kind of Gaelic counterpart to Michael as well. Val, do you have any questions at all? Any more questions from you, David? Sorry, I shouldn't really say your names. But yeah, like St. Brigid or St. Brigid, well, mostly St. Brigid in the Irish context has a female counterpart than a male. But yeah, if you, I'll write in the box the other saint. So it's Saint Brigid, obviously you know, and Saint Malula. I think I did pretty well since I don't speak Irish. I only speak Gaelic, which is quite similar but different. Say Manula. That's Nadalu. Madulua. Madulua. That's it, Saint Madula. the, yeah, so the, oh. And that's weird as well, that you said about Lou, because there's the name Lou in that saint's name. So, da Lou, da, da Lua. Okay, so I'll give it a couple more minutes and see if anyone else has any questions. If they don't, then I will bid you all goodbye. And we'll end the recording. And again, really sorry about it cutting off. It is recorded, and as soon as this ends, I will put up the link straight away and send it to you via email. And also, for those who have joined this workshop and you want to join the next workshop, I will do you half price on the next one as a sorry for it cutting off. I need to invest in an upgrade on my Zoom. Okay, if all I do, if no one else has any more questions, thank you so much for coming to my workshop. I hope you really enjoyed it. Like I said, there's things on my store that if you want to work on your relationship with St. Brigid or St. Brigid, as she's known in Scotland, there's items on the store. I think I will be doing a workshop as well. I've got a workshop on the 13th of Feb, which is about working with ancestors, called Graven Offerings. I will be doing another workshop after that in March on Lala Koyach, which is working with the Kayach, the old woman, the ancestress of the Gaelic landscape of both Ireland and Scotland. So that will be a workshop in the pipeline for that. So yes, no, I'll do. Thank you very much. Slanchiva, Mutton Tang. Thank you very much. Many thanks.